Hour 1. The galaxy hates me. When I get out of here, I'm gonna kill the lot of them, Mira growled under her breath. Get in line, sister, Atten drawled, shaking his head as he looked over the cargo hold door. She glared at her enforced companion. Are you kidding? This is all your fault. How do you figure that? He glared right back. This galaxy hates me, he thought. It must. If you hadn't been skulking around back here like a wounded cat-hound, no one would have said anything. And we sure as hell wouldn't be locked up in the cargo hold together, locking us in together until we get along. Is someone's idea of a joke? Me? Atten sat down in the middle of the floor that Brianna normally used as her practice room. You let Bayodur trick us into coming back here. Why would he send you to get parts for him when he's got T3 to do it for him? Fuming, Mira stalked over to the cargo hold and pulled on it again. It still didn't budge any more than it had when she tried 10 minutes ago. Maybe I could blow the door, if there's any mines in here. She looked back at the cargo cylinders appraisingly. Yeah, and maybe you could blow a hole in the ship too and kill us while you're at it. Well, at least I'm trying to get us out of here. What are you doing just sitting there? I'm meditating, Atten lied, closing his eyes and hoping she'd shut up. Yeah, right, Rand. She stalked back towards him, her boot heels clicking loudly on the metal surface. It's better than pacing around. If that droid really did weld the door shut, then we're not getting out of here until they let us. I wish I had my lightsaber. I'd cut the door open. Mira started digging through the cargo bins, looking for something useful. I have a bad feeling about this, Atten thought. Hour 2. Boredom sets in. Mira had tried everything short of bombing the door open, and she was this close to trying it if she could find a mine or a grenade in the storage containers. Force powers hadn't worked. The door was welded shut, so trying to slice the locks did no good, and when she tried one of the spare blasters she found in the storage bin, her shot had ricocheted off the door and came a few spare inches short of burning a hole in Atten's new jacket. He'd confiscated all the weapons in the hold and locked them in another cargo cylinder after that. Would you stop stalking around like a caged animal? He snapped suddenly. She whirled to face him again. He was sitting on the floor, calm as you please, except for his outburst. Aren't you going crazy being stuck in here? Nah, I'm playing Pizak. What? Where are your cards? I'm playing in my head. She blinked. I do have a deck, though, if you want to play. Huh. Has to be better than going stir-crazy. She sat down, cross-legged, across from him, leaving enough room for the cards between them. But I don't have my own side deck. He offered her his deck of cards. Pick your cards first. I'll let you have a handicap, Atten smirked. Shut up or I'll smack that grin off your face. She started flipping through his cards, looking for the best ones. What are we playing for? Republic Senate rules, he offered. I didn't think you were that boring. Hey, I'm broke, he said defensively. She picked up the last of her 10 cards and handed the deck back. It's no fun unless we're playing for something. She grinned. How about Nar Shaddaa rules? Well, if you're that eager to take your clothes off, we can skip the cards and... Deal, flyboy. Okay, don't say I didn't warn you. Hour 3. What happens in the cargo hold? Atten tossed his jacket on the pile of clothes, smirking the whole time. You had to win one eventually, he said, his tone pure innocence. You're cheating. You have to be, Mira protested. She had already been divested of her jacket, both boots, and her belt. He looked positively offended as he flipped over a 10. I don't cheat. Yeah, right. You keep drawing 10s. You gotta be counting cards or something. What can I say? The Force wants me to see you naked. Mira fervently wished she still had the blaster. Atten flipped over another 10, making his total 20. She had a hand of 19. Pants off, Mira, he cooed. You are so cheating. Growling, she pulled her pants down over her hips and tossed them into the pile. Nice underwear. You been hanging out with Brianna? Shut up and shuffle. I am not going to lose. Hey, this was your idea. No need to get sour about it. He shrugged and shuffled the cards again. Although if you really want, just play, Atten. He blew her a mocking kiss and then turned over another 10. Hour 4. Winning, losing, it's all the same under Nar Shaddaa rules. When the cargo hold door finally opened, it was upon a tableau that none of the Ebonhawk's crew had ever expected to see. Atten and Mira, both clad in only looks of pure concentration and their underwear, or in Mira's case her halter top and undies, were sitting on the floor of the cargo hold. A spread of Pizak cards lay between them. They didn't even notice the door has been unsealed, so involved were they in this one last critical hand. After a moment, Mira crowed triumphantly. "Take that, flyboy!" She was grinning ear to ear, her total 20 and her hand empty. "Damn it," Atten muttered. His total was still only 12, and all he had in his hand was a +4 card. "You cheated." "It's good to see you two are finally getting along," Beodur said from the doorway. Brianna stood beside him, her arms crossed over her chest. "What are you doing in here?" the former handmaiden asked, surveying the garments strewn around her practice space. "Quiet!" Atten snapped. His brow furrowed as he focused on the deck. If he ever had any feel for the Force, for luck, for the cards, for anything, this had to be the right card. His hand moved across the deck, sweat beading on his forehead. Gently, he caressed the deck. Gently, he took the top card. He raised it to his eyes with frustrating slowness. Atten sighed explosively. "Well," he said. "Well, what?" Mira demanded. She leaned forward, trying to get a look at the card in his hand. "Well..." Atten threw the 10 he'd just drawn onto their makeshift board. "It's a good thing that door's open." The pilot made a break for freedom. Mira lunged for him as he fled, grabbing for an ankle but falling on her face across the cards as Atten crowed his victory. She swore, "That slippery son of a Shaddaa when I get my hands on him." She took off after him. "Not really something I needed to see," Beodur said in an aside to Brianna. "I thought it was rather amusing." The exile turned the corner. He wore a perplexed look on his face. Does anyone know why Mira's banging on the cockpit door in her underwear?" Beodur took a look over his shoulder. "T3, have you got it all?" T3 beeped happily. "You didn't." "We've got a holo record of everything that went on in here. Come on, General. Grab some calf and get comfortable."